We now return to the Dave and Molly Show, live from the Numerica Studios.
And we're back. I've been waiting for this for a long time. James Marsh is here. He is Mr. SleepVibe.
Yes, he's back, you guys.
Do you remember the last time you were on? How long ago was that? Was that a month ago? 6 weeks?
That was about 6 weeks, yeah.
6 weeks. Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
June 24th, right? Is that what you said?
That sounds about right.
A lot of things have happened since that
Yes.
time. Okay, because you came in here and we had mutual friends and we got connected and everything and said, okay, we'll talk about this guy. And you came in and we interviewed. He said, okay, SleepVibe. Okay, this sounds great. And I plugged it in, and within the first few days, dramatic things were happening to me. And we talked about it on the air and everything. So now, and I know that a lot of our listeners have been buying these things as well, the SleepVibe.
Yes, absolutely.
And so now that we know what is, that it works, what's happening to us?
Why is it working?
Yeah.
Well, basically, the SleepVibe doesn't make any sound or vibration,
Right.
as you know, and it puts out a very low-powered, low-frequency magnetic field, mostly magnetic field. So it's similar to Earth's natural frequency. A lot of people are concerned about EMF, and they should be.
What is that?
What is that?
Electromagnetic fields, like the fields that come off your cell phone, or but those are in the megahertz, gigahertz, very high frequency. The Earth actually has its own frequency, which is called the Schumann frequency, and people can look that up, and that's around 9 hertz, so 9 cycles per second. So Earth or SleepVibe is very near that frequency.
Okay.
So it's a natural frequency that our bodies and plants and animals are used to. So we use that plus added binaural beats, and magic happens.
So what? Yeah. Well, that's what I want to ask you. So what is the magic then? Is it blocking out some of the other magnetic fields that we would normally be hit with if we didn't have the SleepVibe? Because my phone is not moved. That has not changed. My phone.
No,
I
mine
plug
neither.
my phone in. It's right on the nightstand, and I know that's probably too close according to people and everything. But that hasn't changed since I got the SleepVibe. But I have it. I put it right in the middle of the bed. It is in the recommended 18 inches away. And it's dramatic things have happened. Like I think you referenced that you'll get a deeper sleep. And I couldn't really comprehend what that meant when you were here before. But now I understand that I figure that out because I used to not really dream very much. And when I did dream, I would have a very short-term memory of the dream.
Yes.
Now, dreaming a lot and remembering the dreams well into the day, sometimes even a couple days later.
And the dreams are, a lot of people report dreams are more vivid as
Yes.
well.
Yes.
Yes.
Yep.
And that's all because this device that you have invented is more natural to the Earth's frequencies.
It's near Earth natural frequency. It's also, it works with nature. So it works with our natural need, I think, for a certain amount of that field, that magnetic field that the Earth has.
It feels to me like it's centering me.
Yes.
It doesn't feel like blocking necessarily, but it feels like it's just I'm more one with. Does that make sense? Especially we were out camping and we're in the RV and it's smaller and it's between us. We both, it's like you just kind of sink into the earth.
Yes.
Does that make sense?
Yes. A lot of people report that.
Okay. That's, and yeah, more. I fall asleep so fast, and if I do wake up, because I always have to wake up and go to the bathroom, I'm instantly back asleep. Most of the time. Now, it's not going to help me if I've got something stirring around my head. That's different. This is just all things being equal, you're sleeping.
Yeah, and you described it well. I've had that as well, of just sinking into the mattress
Yeah.
and just being able to just relax, and then the next thing I know, it's 6 hours, 8 hours later, and I'm feeling a lot better. Also with the Fitbit and Oura Rings, I notice and I can track that I get a lot of deeper sleep as well.
Does
but-
your CPAP thing? Do you have a thing where you can tell how many hours you slept? And so so you're seeing that.
Yeah, and
being
I'm not.
recorded?
I don't know that it's longer sleep. I mean, because my alarm, especially during the week, I'm pretty routine. I mean, I'm very routine on the time that the alarm goes off, but I go to sleep at a different time and everything. But I noticed that it is a more fulfilling sleep or a more effective sleep. Because it's deeper.
What I notice is there's, of course, like Fitbit, it tracks four different categories: wake time, light sleep, REM sleep, deep sleep. And the wake sleep is actually decreasing. And the other levels, especially deep sleep and REM sleep, are increasing. So to me, that says it's more effective sleep in the time that's available. But have you also noticed that you don't? I don't even think about needing a nap during after lunch. It doesn't even occur to me.
Yeah, it's
like,
less common. I think I've had maybe 2 naps in the last since that time, but that's.
But we also, because we get up so early, and like Dave was saying, there are days where we push it and we're up later than we should be. So we're not, even if you're getting a good 4.5 hours of sleep, you're still at a deficit. But I don't know that I've had a nap. Although I did have a nap one day because I was up way too late, and even the nap was like that kind of like the nap was awesome with the sleep vibe. That helped.
Yeah, and as you mentioned, you could put the sleep vibe in between 2 people, and they both get deeper sleep.
Yeah.
Also, when I wake up, like I did last night, I was thinking about the interview today.
Right.
And if I don't fall asleep very quickly, I just pull the sleep vibe closer, and then next thing I know, I'm out, and it's hours later.
And then I think you recommended, and I think it's on the packaging, that you just you plug it in, you have it on your bed or in your bed basically, and then just let it stay on all the time. Yeah. Right?
Yeah, it's very much set and forget. You don't have to worry about taking extra time during the day or turning it on or off. You just leave it on, and people actually get better sleep than if they turn it off when they leave the house.
And so that's my question though. Why is that? If it's sending out these whatever they are, vibes.
I guess, yeah.
It's so is it? Are those vibes staying in the area then, and that makes it kind of a sleep room? Because you also say to keep it like 18 inches away from your pillow, so you're keeping it close.
As a starting point. Some people move it further away because one person has it 4 feet away, and they find that's their sweet spot. So we say 18 inches just because you don't want to start with it across the room,
Right.
Yeah.
because it's too far. It's so low powered, right? And we've had that safety tested by FDA certified lab to prove that it is that low powered. So for safety. So
how come nobody else came up with this? I mean, if you're thinking, and you told your story last time. Maybe for our new listeners, you can retell it about how you started this idea. You were with your wife, and she was, you were sleeping in hospitals basically, and
no, it was actually at home. And
it was home care, right?
Okay. She had basically a neurological. She was spiraling down with a neurological disease, somewhat similar to ALS. So the body was degrading, but her mind was fine. And at one point, she was only sleeping 1 to 3 hours a night. So we were at home. It was COVID. We couldn't get caregivers, so I was the only caregiver for months on end. And so it affected both of us quite a bit. So out of desperation, I had heard of this procedure, transcranial magnetic stimulation, which is a clinical, FDA-approved clinical procedure that people go into a clinic and they put on a helmet, and there's electromagnets on it, and it actually rewires the brain. But I heard that people fall asleep in the procedures, and I went, oh. So I knew of a circuit that I'd been working with. My background is engineering, so I'm curious about things. So I merged binaural beats with that magnetic circuit and tried it myself, and I slept all the way through the night, which was huge. The same for several other nights, and then my wife decided or agreed to try it, and she slept all the way through the night. So from 1 to 3 hours a night, she went all the way through, which of course she's fighting this disease, and sleep is really critical for that. Because we tried medication. Of course, medication knocks her out, but it doesn't give her that deep restorative sleep. And we tried binaural beats, just playing the audio. That didn't work for her or me, but this combination worked really well. So,
yeah, and I know everybody is wired different. You know, everybody has different brains and everything, but it's fascinating to me how many people, like, we started using it, and then it was like we instantly said, oh, there's something going on with this. And then, you know, passing it down, and, you know, boyfriends and girlfriends have it, and friends have it, and they're all reporting the same thing. So something is happening. Something is working.
So
I'm just not smart enough to figure out what it is. Yeah. So.
And I think I'm working with a PhD from the WSU Sleep and Performance Center. So we're hoping to do some trials in the future to really give a metrics to that.
Yes, that's the better word. Yeah.
Yeah.
To me, it feels like it's taking the edge off of the not the chaos, but the noise of the day. And I realized this morning. I was walking through my house, and there are noises everywhere. My water cooler makes a noise, and my refrigerator makes a noise, and there's high pitch. There's all this stuff that's happening, and now I have a fan on. It's obviously hot, so I have a constant fan, which I like to have some kind of noise going on.
Me too, yes.
Just to block out the little tings and tangs that happen to wake you up, you know, or the dog getting off the bed or whatever. But it's like it's an extra little blanket or something. It's hard to explain. It's a protective area where you get to sleep, and I think it's affecting my dog. I'm not kidding. I think she gets back up on the bed, and like, she will snooze with me all when we were camping. She'd stay in the bed with me for an hour and a half. She was just like, "This is great."
Is there anything that would it affect animals?
We should test that.
Yeah. I think it's a calming thing too. She comes in my room. She's there. I don't know. I mean, maybe it's just that I'm sleeping better, so she's sleeping better. Maybe
she's picking up on your vibe.
Maybe,
and that's another great thing. The naming of it was
SleepVibe
was
is
brilliant.
Perfect, yeah.
Okay.
SleepVibe.
So we do have a 30-day, 100% money-back guarantee. So when people buy it, they can try it, and if it doesn't work, then you know they can
out
return
nothing.
it. Yeah.
That's a good policy
least,
because there's always that chance that it won't work. Right?
Absolutely, and
yeah.
you know, I don't want to sell anything that's not going to work for somebody. So,
right.
But the point is that more than 90% of the people keep it. They can feel the effect.
Yeah.
So to your point, Dave, you know, most people do feel it, and the people that do return it, sometimes it's lifestyle. You know, they're moving around too much, or you know, they're socializing quite a bit, and alcohol definitely affects sleep. And you know, you can have a little bit, but if you really do more than that, even SleepVibe can't override that. So so those kinds of lifestyle would make it less effective.
I would think if you were traveling and you were in hotels a lot, like a flight attendant or something, to keep it with you, get to your hotel room, turn it on. I would think that would be helpful. You know, I mean, I know it's not probably ideal, but if you're especially up all different hours and stuff.
I've actually had some of the best sleep the first night when I get to a hotel.
Oh.
But I'm used to, like you guys, I'm used to using SleepVibe. So, so when I travel, it works.
Yeah.
It still works.
Yeah.
First thing I do is get in a room and plug it in and let it do its thing. So,
So when you say you have it on all the time. Like in my case, it's never been. I think one time I made the bed and the thing came unplugged, had to redo it or whatever.
Sure.
But in general, it's been plugged in literally the whole time since I've had it.
Uh-huh.
So, are those magnetic waves? Are they accumulating in that area of the bed, and then is it expanding out into the room, or is there a certain level where it can only be so much? Like, I just want to know what's happening. I'm fascinated by this because it's when you find something that you're 50, 60 years old and you've tried everything, you've done everything, and then something comes along and there's a reason for it happening, or it's explained to you that this will happen because of this, and then it does. It's like, well, now I want to know the real story, kind of thing.
And I would love to do the studies for that. But so far, again, engineering-wise, I look at the data. People that do turn it off, they don't get as good a sleep. And once they know that they need to keep it on, they report back, wow, this is a big difference. So that effect is clear. Why that's happening, I think would be a fun experiment.
That makes me feel good that you're asking the same question because that's what I can't figure it out, and stuff. Those are the kinds of things that's like, well, I want to know, like, what's the secret information? Yeah.
But it definitely doesn't block the other signals.
Right.
That of course would be illegal. But even so, the circuit, the way it is, it just puts out its own field. So and that's it's not really blocking anything, but it does again, I'd say, reinforce the natural Earth frequency, and that's what our body wants to say. Oh, okay, it can relax.
It does seem like it's what it's doing is giving you more of that than there is of that, so it's just winning the battle.
Absolutely. Yes.
So, okay, one person said, so glad about dog effectiveness. I have a dog who has epilepsy. Wonder if it would help or hinder if it was near. It wouldn't bother, it doesn't bother an animal, right?
No, I haven't heard of it bothering animals. They're actually cats. Somebody bought one and put it under the cat bed. And the cat just relaxed. It's, a puppy showed up and the cat was really disconcerted with that. And they put SleepVibe under the cat bed. There's very few examples of that, so I don't have a lot of data to that. But again, that would be great to hear more from people.
90% of the time when I'm sleeping, the dog is in the room. She's right on the floor. Sometimes she's I'll wake up in the morning and she's been on the bed. Who knows for how long? So I know she's doing great.
Yeah.
So I know there's no trouble with that.
Here's Molly, number 50, says, I 100% endorse SleepVibe. Been using it for a little over a month. Lots of positive outcomes for me. One of our listeners, there you go. And then Trevor wants to know if you can be used on aircraft overnight. And that would be just a matter of if you could plug it in somewhere. Because a lot of the airplanes do have. I just don't know in that setting, I suppose.
Somebody mentioned that, and there are regulations to, they have you turn the phone off to airplane mode. So I'm reluctant to say yes, do it.
Gotcha.
But what I can say is that leading up to the trip, you get such good sleep that your sleep deficit is so low that for me, if I lose a night's sleep just because a lot is going on and I don't get a chance to sleep much, it doesn't even faze me the next day. So, but people have used it for jet lag. There was a woman that was in San Francisco. She went to Singapore to see family, went to London to do business, and came back. That was basically a month of, so her circadian rhythm was definitely not West Coast. Typically, it would take her 3 weeks to get back to 80% functionality with SleepVibe, and she used SleepVibe throughout her trip as much as she could. But she got back, and within a week, she said she was 100%.
Man.
So it was huge especially for her, because she takes those trips 2-3 times a year, and it really impacted her. So
Yeah, it's an amazing thing.
It is. You'll hear more about it coming up on our show. I mean, just in general, you'd like that you're using us as a platform to get your word out, and so
Yeah,
we'll get more of that.
Appreciate it.
Yeah.
And actually, I could see it with my wife and myself, but the importance of sleep is really there are so many clinical clinical trials that show just how important it is, and the impacts,
And
measurable impacts.
drug-free sleep.
Yeah,
I mean,
the
people
good
can
sleep.
get I can sleep whatever, but you're taking pills, and I just think that's the wrong way to go. I'm not a doctor, but
Well,
Well,
you were
Benadryl,
close.
it's shown that Benadryl actually it knocks you out, but it restricts deep sleep. It also restricts the brain's ability to clear out the plaque. So there's a very important function in the brain that does that, and it actually shuts that down. And I don't think they've gone the next step to say, well, that increases Alzheimer's, but it's definitely in a place that they're looking at for study.
I worry about the kids. I think that, the kids aren't getting the sleep they used to, and I think it has a lot I know it has to do a lot with the phones. Not only that they're on them too long, but then the stimulation left over, that the last thing they're doing is just like YouTube, and then they wake up. I wonder if for the kids who are doing that sort of thing, if the parents could kind of sneak the SleepVibe in the room to maybe at least help counteract some of that once they do settle in,
We found a lot of benefit for first responders. So
sure.
police and fire.
Yeah.
Because they take medication just because they're so sleep deprived. But with SleepVibe in the time available, and again, that's a nice thing about the non-medication part of SleepVibe is you wake up and you're able to function at a very high level. With medications, you've got that
the hangover
effect.
sure.
Right? Yeah.
My boyfriend is a firefighter, and he had the other night, he had 4 hours of sleep. And they
Yeah.
were up, and that was not even like a full 4 hours. And so he came home. He always takes a big nap. He's lucky because he usually has the ability to really take a big restorative nap. But now he's got the SleepVibe in there. So I think he's going to really start seeing the benefits of when those nights happen, that he can recover more. Here's Carol. Listen to Carol. She says, I've been using it for a couple months. It's amazing. Such better sleep. And I notice when I don't use it. Thank you. And then Molly also says, and James is a great guy. I endorse him as well. Listener Molly.
you've been endorsed.
You've been endorsed.
Thank you, Molly.
Let me ask you about the and maybe this is out of your field, but for me, the first revelation that I knew that saying a bad word, crap, this is working. This is something, was that deep sleep because of the dream thing. How connected to the deep sleep is the dream? Will people are we all kind of the same, where if you have a deep sleep because you had a dream or you remembered your dream longer? Is there a connection with those two things?
There REM sleep and deep sleep, my understanding are they're very different states. They're different frequencies of the brain. They can measure that. If people are very sleep deprived, they actually stop dreaming, and because the body just.
That's what was happening to me, because I would go, I'd have 2 dreams a year that I would remember. Now it's almost every night.
And again, it's you're dreaming, but it's also vivid dreams, and you can remember it later.
Yeah.
Which is, I think it's really cool. Some people...
It's very cool. It's awesome. Yeah.
One person said they were used to lucid dreaming. It's not something that I've done, but they know they're asleep, they know they're dreaming, but they're also awake enough to steer the dream. So in this case, their example was, they've had this dream before. You go in the basement, bad things happen. So here they're walking towards the house, and this is the part where they go into the basement, and they go, nope, they're not going there, and they just change it. And they just said that was such a relief.
Yeah. So the deep sleep is where we get the dream state, or is that the REM?
The deep sleep is really where our body restores itself.
Okay.
You know, it repairs the tissues that, like if we exercise or, but REM sleep is actually different, and that's where the dreams happen.
Okay.
So, and typically the deep sleep happens the first part of the night, and then REM sleep is the second half of the night.
Closer to when you're going to wake up. Well, I would like to report that one thing the other night, I had a very vivid dream that I was winning a jackpot. And so thanks a lot, man. And the other thing is, even with cocktails, I noticed that it helps. So, like, because we like to have cocktails, and it still helps with deep, good sleep. So, and I mean, I'm not talking, huge benders, but I'm saying, glass of wine with dinner, cocktail before. I've noticed that it either way, it's still helping a ton.
I've noticed that as well. Yes.
So it's not like you were saying, lifestyle stuff. And obviously, if you're really abusing the bottle, it's not going to help you. But it's not like, oh well, I can't have that glass of wine. SleepVibe won't work. It'll still work. I'd like to highly endorse drinking and using SleepVibe.
I think you already have.
It's my own. But also, if the jackpot dreams, sometimes they're so real. But I can steer my dreams. I have some that I've had before where I can steer them a little bit, or
Okay.
I know I'm dreaming, and here's how I always know I'm dreaming. And it's if I can't dial 911, if there's an emergency in my dream, as soon as I can't dial the phone, I know I'm in a dream, because it happens every time. That it is that, and I don't know what that means for dreams, but it's like, you like, well, I can't. Wait, and then I think, it's fine, the house is on fire, but you're dreaming. You can't dial the phone. I don't know. Sometimes I'm in there.
Well, I think you're onto something.
Yes.
And then we won't avoid what is the what's the cost? People go, it's thesleepvibe.com. That's the website, not
Correct.
SleepVibe. It's the SleepVibe.
That's correct.
And then it's a 30-day. You can try it for 30 days. If you don't like it, you can send it back.
Yep.
What do people pay for this?
$337.
$337.
Yep.
Okay.
I think that's a heck of a deal. I don't think you can put a price tag on a good night's sleep.
No.
And the warranty is 3 years.
Okay.
So
Oh, okay.
And there's no reason to it's very simple circuitry. So we just haven't tested it beyond the 3 years, but
Sure.
time will tell.
And is the only way we would know that it's not, or is the little green light, would that just not be working? And something's wrong, then I'll take it in, or
Right.
in the 3 years or whatever.
And your sleep will change as well.
Yeah. Oh well, that's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I always check now when I climb in. I'll kind of look. Oh, green light's on. Good. Everything's fine.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. It's pretty cool.
So
Well, we're excited. We're excited. It's made here. It was invented here. It's made here in Spokane, and
it is, yes.
it's all. And there's no risk. I mean, that's the thing. If it doesn't work for you, get your money back.
And sleep is so important to
Yeah.
just relationships. We're more present, and
For sure.
it just impacts our life in such a positive way. So it's really important.
Yep.
I do know Dave used to always say, how do you remember your dreams? I never dream. And now you come in all the time with, this weird dream and this weird dream. That I definitely notice.
Yeah.
Because you used to always say, I don't understand people who dream. Like, what is this thing?
Well, and I was just amazed that that it would stay with me. Like there would when I would dream, and it was very rare. It would be one of those things where I remember when I woke up, I was like, "Oh wow, I had a dream. That was something." And then 2 hours later, I can't remember what it was. Well,
Right.
with this, it's like you're having the dream, you wake up, and then noon the same day, it's like, oh, that's right, I had that dream. That was, and even I remember a couple of them from a few weeks ago that are still in my head.
Wow.
So something's going on in here.
yeah.
So
Yeah. But
That's-
it's a positive thing.
yeah,
So
it is. Yeah,
wonderful.
It's really
Yeah,
cool.
that's why one of my first questions was, I knew that it was working because of the whole dream thing. I hadn't had that experience, and when you get that, something is different about your sleep.
Yep.
So
Well, thanks, James.
Yep.
Thanks for coming in. We'll
Keep
stay.
up the good work.
Yeah, we'll,
Thank you, guys.
we'll keep us posted. We'll keep you posted, and more information on you'll hear it, and we report on it every morning. I think every day we're like, this SleepVibe thing, I don't know.
Yeah.
This is great. I slept like I woke up at 3:30 this morning, and I was ready for the day,
Yeah.
which is pretty remarkable, and like up and, you know, so.
I find that as well. Yeah. Instead of waking up at 5:30, sometimes it's 5 or even 4, and it's just I check in with myself, and it's like, nope, I've just got enough sleep. I'm good for the day.
Go time. Yeah.
Yeah, good to go.
Yeah. I run into so many people just in the social world. Some people that don't even listen to our show, but they're, my friends or whatever. They've got other things going on. But that's the one thing that they want to talk about is the whole sleep thing. Hey, I heard you. What's the real story with that or whatever? And I've told everybody. I think there's two things where everybody wants secret information. Sleep is one, and then weight loss is the other. It's like
Yes.
when you hit those, when you tell somebody that you have something that you're ahead of the game on, everybody wants that information, and so that's what this is. So.
And sleep impacts our ability to lose weight as well.
Yes,
So
absolutely.
That's the
Yeah.
thing. You start losing sleep, you start gaining weight.
Yep.
That is because you're constantly trying to fuel yourself to be awake, and your metabolism shuts down. So,
We do have Sarah wanted to know, would SleepVibe be enough to help two people in the same bedroom? Two people in the same bed for sure.
Yes.
Because that we do that.
Yes.
It's right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
So that part, I don't know if there's
It needs
two
to be-
beds across the room. That might not be a thing.
Yeah, it needs to be within the 18 inches, both people. So, and again, that's because it's so low powered. So,
right. You don't want something sending through the whole house.
Yeah.
That would be bad. That'd be too much.
yep.
All right, James. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Dave. Thanks. Molly.
TheSleepVibe.com. Check it out. I mean, it's working for us.
We love it.
What we'll say. All right. All right. We'll be back after this break. We'll get into our Hot Topic segment for our final segment of the day. The Dave and Molly Show continues from the Numerica Studios.